Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and we just unboxed a brand new Razr Fold from Motorola. I'll link to that video down below, but now we are going to move on to their flagship flip phone, the Razr Ultra 2026. A ton of versatility with that flip form factor, even a camcorder mode where you can tilt to zoom in and out. It's actually a lot of fun. Plus an upgraded 50 megapixel main camera sensor with a LOFIC sensor built in. On top of that, you get the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset and a lot more. So we're gonna quickly take a look what comes in the box of the Razr Ultra and then just get a quick hands-on with this new phone from Motorola. Let's get started. Here's the Motorola Razr Ultra 2026. Opening the box, thanks for choosing our products. Let's see what we get up top. Taking this out, looks like we have our standard getting started booklet, SIM ejection tool plus, USB Type-C to Type-C cable for charging, and a QR code to buy the charger. And onto what you came to see, that Razr Ultra. I've left the color in suspense for now. Taking it out, yes, that's the last thing in the box. Let's peel this down. And there it is. The Pantone Cocoa is the color that Motorola has sent. I do like how the spine is also themed for that color. Anyways, we're gonna power this phone on for the first time, and let's take a closer look at the hardware of this flip phone. Down at the bottom, you got microphones, one of the speakers, USB Type-C port, SIM card slot. Up at the top, you also get some microphones. Make note, there is just a little bit of a camera bump. Along the right side, you've got the power button below the volume rockers, obviously when unfolded. Quick look at that spine. Obviously, it does fold completely flat. And then you have that Moto AI key and another microphone over on the side. And while we have it close up, let's fold it on open. It does fold completely flat everywhere. Even from here, it's flush. Just an overview of it, again, with the power button below the volume rockers. And a close look at that cocoa color. It says Razr down at the bottom. Has sort of a wood texture to it on the back. The Motorola logo in the middle. Our screen, and then our dual camera system. Dual 50 megapixel cameras here, that main one having the LOFIC sensor and an ultra wide camera that can also do macro. Anyways, we are all booted up and ready to go. I'll run through the startup process, just talk about anything that's noteworthy. As you know, in-display fingerprint scanners don't really work with folding phones because when it's folded, you don't have access to the screen. So they do embed it in the power button. It just kind of makes sense because then when it's folded and locked, you can still use it and then use that front display. Setting it down, the haptics feel really good. I'm just moving my thumb around and there we go. All set up. You can add more if you'd like. With it running Android, you do have Gemini as your personal AI assistant. There is a screen protector pre-installed on the inside, so make sure you do not peel that off. Also some protection tips, including up to 1.5 meters of water resistance, up to 30 minutes, just so you know. You can pause and look through those if you'd like to. Buttons or gestures, you can use light, dark, transition. And Motorola does have their skin on top of Android, which I'm liking a lot on the Fold, actually. They add a lot of very useful features. Let's dive into their Moto AI very quickly with creativity, productivity, and personal AI. I do like their ability to recap your notifications. That has been pretty solid overall. On top of that, personalization is huge, especially with the really fun colors that they do offer across their Razr lineup with themes, icon shapes, external display with clock faces. You can have live videos. We'll dive into that in just a second. Anyways, we are all set up and ready to go. It is restoring from my Razr Fold at the moment, but we're still gonna dive into it. That inside display, 7 inches AMOLED, 22:9 aspect ratio. This is a 2992 by 1224 resolution screen plus up to 165 hertz refresh rate. I can already tell it is really smooth out of the box. Let's go into settings and check that under display refresh rate. It's on smart and balanced, but you can also have hyper smooth, which will force 120 hertz, or you can force 60 hertz if you'd like to save battery life. So certain games can take advantage of that 165 hertz refresh rate. 5,000 nits of peak brightness. You can completely customize the colors of your display if you'd like to. Plus, there's some shortcuts that they let you know. If you swipe down with 3 fingers, it takes a screenshot. You swipe up, you can have multiple apps open at the same time and quickly jump into that split screen mode. Everything's been really smooth, by the way, and this is while it's actually installing apps in the background. All right, let's move along to that main attraction, that 4-inch AMOLED display on the outside. You can learn how to use it with notifications, swiping through widgets, swiping down will get you to all of those quick shortcuts that you're used to. You can swipe through all of your different widgets, weather, apps, and games. There's a lot of fun ones that you can play, yes, on that outside display. Also, wanted to point out, again, you can unlock your phone with that power button right there. Let's flip it open, lock it, set our thumb down, and it goes straight to that home screen. So as expected, very quick and snappy unlocking. That front display looks great, 165 hertz refresh rate, so very smooth, plus 1080p resolution at a 4-inch display, that is fine. You can rearrange the panels, and then there's just a few others that you can add, including a nice Spotify panel. Jumping into the camera application, let's tilt it up, snap a quick picture. This is one nice feature with a flip phone, is you can now set it down flat on a screen, take pictures. Camcorder mode, this is a ton of fun. Check this out. So if I hold it sideways, go into camcorder mode, I can zoom in and out without having to touch the screen. So watch this. So camcorder mode is on. If I go left, look at that. Oh, it zoomed in. Now let's zoom out, going all the way out, and I can stop. Now watch how granular. Stop, zoom in, stop. It's actually really cool. And then you don't even have to press a button to stop your recording. Just close your phone and that video is recorded. Let's go back into that camera application, of course, snapping some of those quick pictures. You do have that ultra wide angle lens, 2x. I want to point out that internal display, we'll flip to it, is also, or internal camera, is also a 50 megapixel lens. In terms of video quality, you can go all the way up to 8K 30 frames per second. 4K 60 frames, but you can also shoot in Dolby Vision in 4K 60 or 8K, sorry, not just 4K 30, not up to 4K 60. On top of that, you have slow-mo, a lot of different portrait modes at 2450, 35 millimeters. Frame match is pretty cool. Let's check that out. Let's say you're out in public and you want to get a picture of yourself from a specific frame. So let's say I'm this little Android guy and I'm like, I want this very specific frame, me centered right next to the phone. What you can do is snap a picture, and it's going to have an overlay. You can change how strong that overlay is, but you'll see when I move off that overlay, it shows where I can line everything up. So then, once I press that, I can go into the frame and then hand the phone to someone, line this up, and once lined up, I know that I have framed it exactly how that person wanted it framed. And once I take the picture, boom, there you go. I've got myself exactly where I wanted to be. And going into more, here's a list of different options, including a nice pro mode. And on the left side, you've got that Moto AI key. Pressing and holding will enable it. You can remember something, pay attention, so it will listen to what's being said, ask or search. Here's a few other options, including Catch Me Up. So if you have a lot of notifications, it will summarize them for you. You can also customize the AI key to pay attention or catch me up. A lot of really useful gestures they add. Standard chop twice. I always show this. And then the twist twice as well. Oops, didn't actually mean to do that. So, oh, okay, I did actually mean to do that. So now you can customize. I'm going to always say camera. But now if I twist twice, there we go. We'll open up that camera. And this is the best way to do it. This is the best way to take selfies because then you can utilize that LOFIC sensor main camera on the back and just snap some pictures. Hey, there we go. Anyways, there are just a ton of fun games to try out and a lot of very useful ways to use that front screen, but not just that. You can customize what apps show up, so you can actually have every single app that you can imagine on that front screen. Oh, it's still installing apps in the background, so seemingly really quick, snappy phone. So far, so good. Again, if you're looking for a flagship flip phone, definitely check out the Razr Ultra. A lot more content coming soon, so be sure to click that subscribe button. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.